Great. We have a viewer here. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate that. Okay, so what we're going to do today is show a really, really good documentary that I did a long time ago. And we're also going to be getting into Prodigy English and math and exploring that more too. And you'll see how cool those educational games are. So I'm just going to edit screen here, screen share, and make sure I'm showing the screen better than I did before. So where is that screen? Where is that screen? I don't see it up. Okay, give me just a second. Let me try pulling it up and see if that helps. Okay, so let me see if it shows now. Okay, is it showing? No, it's not showing. Is there? Okay, if I go... No, it's not going to show, I think, on entire screen. Okay, we will have to do it in Cyberlink Power Director. It's not showing. Okay, yeah, we will have to do it in Cyberlink Power Director. Okay, all right. For some reason, that's not showing. Okay, okay, so let's go to Cyberlink Power Director here, and I'll import it. And I have it actually somewhere else because I had to convert the file. Oh, it will be here. Okay, that's it there. Okay, and we'll just bring it to the timeline. Just check on the time of it. I think it's about 20 minutes or so, but it is really good. It's a very good documentary. Just double check the time. Yes, about 20 minutes. Okay. And, okay, so just make sure I am sharing that screen. Okay, good, I am. Okay, so we'll save that. Great, we got more people here. Thanks for coming. And, okay, so I am recording. Okay, and, okay, so let's, play this now. I would play it larger, but I don't even have the option to do so for some reason. I'm really not too sure why, but it doesn't play any. Even when I pop this out, it doesn't show up in the Twitch studio. So sorry, it's kind of small here, but at least you'll be able to see the visual plus the audio.
10:30 Monday morning, and the staff at the Aylmer Bulletin have gathered for their weekly editorial meeting. Bob Phillips is co-publisher.
Well, Michael at the Post has already said
the community newspaper at a time of constitutional surge, political uncertainty, in the sort of grinding edge between Quebec and the rest of Canada, the community newspaper is an extremely important medium of communication.
Bob bought the Bulletin and the West Quebec Post in 1991 when he was 70, an age when most people are well into their retirement. In 1994, the Bulletin became a bilingual publication to better reflect the nature of the community.
We acquired two papers that were really quite different. The West Quebec Post had about 97 years of history, pretty honorable history too. The Aylmer Bulletin, on the other hand, was a more recent paper, about 11 years old.
The latter's neat, really great.
And it had no recognition at all.
Hope that comes out well at the printer.
I don't think anyone thought we were crazy because we went into it knowing we were not going to make any money You could certainly have a much better future by buying Canada savings bonds. We should have a fine. There was a good deal of optimism that the recession was about to end in the beginning of 1992. We were full of idealism that we could make them
an articulate spokesman for the English-speaking community in the West and making some kind of contribution, whether recognized or not, through better relations.
We're closer to the people. They would get their opinions from community newspapers in the way they, in some senses, do from municipal, much more than from federal or provincial governments.
10 minutes from Ottawa, Aylmer is a town of 32,000 in West Quebec, near the provincial border of Ontario. Home to both French and English-speaking residents, it is a bedroom community for Ottawa. Just under a third of the population is Anglophone.
We changed the bulletin entirely and made it a totally bilingual paper serving the French and English language groups.
I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure.
This meant they would be getting the same kind of news. They would be learning about each other. And we think that was some kind of a contribution to positive relations between two languages, two cultures. I prefer to try to do things that other people haven't thought of doing, experimenting, adventuring in that way. This is the kind of place where I feel comfortable, in some sort of way, excited challenge. It's a society and a culture both in transition to one that's certainly faced with huge decisions in the future. And I find it one of the most interesting parts of Canada. Almost every time when I drive into the Chemin Summer down to the Grange, I have a feeling that this is driving to home. Ottawa is no longer home. A unilingual society is no longer home. And this is why I live and work in West Quebec.
Hi, Dan. How are you doing? Come on.
The Grange is 25 minutes from the Bulletin office in Aylmer.
Hey, come on. Treat.
It is one of 6 restored log buildings that are his passion.
Increasingly, I've worked in the Grange because partly it's more efficient. One can do almost anything here. One can make up pages here, one can edit, one can proofread and so on, and transmit electronically. One does it here, I suppose, the immediate excuse, there's less interruption. One can tend to work much more intensively. I guess the dream started more than 50 years ago in the early 40s when I was a cub reporter on the Toronto Star. And those were the days when most reporters dreamed of having their own papers someday, when they wouldn't be shouted at by their bosses. What they didn't realize that they would be shouted at by their bankers.
Bob Phillips's love of writing is what keeps him going in these tough economic times. Community newspapers aren't the money spinners they once were. The payoff comes in other ways.
These are some of the awards our team at the Aylmer Bulletin won last year, and we were kind of proud of them. I think the one I have the sort of sentimental attachment to is the best ad in English language community papers in Quebec last year. It was a promotion for circulation pointing out that we bring you the news like man bites dog. And of course the dog in this case is good old Dan, as a model. By working around the Grange, I'm surrounded by a lot of very evocative objects, quite apart from the setting of the landscape, the kind of things that relate to the history of this area, the history of this country. And that is a relaxing and yet stimulating kind of background for work, far more than some sterile office. I was pretty young when I started on the Star. I assumed that this was what I wanted to do in life, is stay in newspaper. But then I went into the armed forces and fought the war over in England and Northwest Europe, came back and was talked into joining the Department of External Affairs. This is the first atlas ever produced in Canada. The Atlas of the Dominion.
Every inch of the Grange reflects an aspect of Canadian history, reminders not only of the country, but of Bob Phillips's life. Memories of Canada's North have a special place.
Was our great struggles for establishing sovereignty over the whole top of the map, and that was a fascinating episode, and that didn't happen until this century. And so gradually, and I was luckily involved in this, we established that all this was Canada. And this was the time, too, of the sort of early flowering of Canadian Eskimo art, when they were experimenting on all sorts of things like drawings, lithographs by carving on the soft soapstone, and also, of course, carvings themselves, which had begun in the last century, but which are really only appreciated by the outside world by well after the middle of this century. This is the famous Mackenzie King couch, which was in his East Block office, and presumably he used it to repose a bit before he went over to question period in the afternoon. Marianne and I were really pleased to get this because we had a kind of funny connection with King. He'd taken some interest in me when I was a very junior officer in external affairs. And on June 14th, 1946, I got one of the strangest calls of my life when someone said, Mackenzie King is on the phone. And indeed it was the Prime Minister of Canada phoning me to congratulate me on getting married the next day and making me promise to bring my bride to meet him. And in due course in that summer we did. And we had a most extraordinary afternoon over at Moorside, having tea with him. So we still have a few survivals of Mr. King we've collected, and I guess this is about the most precious of all. Marianne and I shared a love of history, anything that sort of threw some light on social or political life in Canada long ago. So I guess it was not surprising that we went to an entirely new dimension when we started collecting buildings. Wow! Well, this building has not been here, but started life in 1819. Marianne and I found it about to be destroyed, and so we decided to save it. It was the biggest one we'd ever tried. It's the 6th on our property, which we've saved over the past 30 years and put into new use for our family, our friends, and to make this kind of strange place we have by the Gatineau.
Come on, Dad. Come on. Come on. Hurry up.
It is just a wonderfully relaxed place to live, a place to which I relate. It's when you get absolutely fed up and you go and take a swim and forget the whole thing, or take a walk in the woods with Dan, and get a kind of perspective on life. Or you can even go up and climb our highest hill and go up onto the observatory tower and look down on the rest of the world, where all the little ants are working over there in Ottawa on the horizon, and think this is the place for doing your own thing. We've been trying to develop these 30-odd acres as something of an oasis, a place where people live in interesting old buildings, but where there's a great deal of woods and river and hills and so on to give peace and a sense of perspective. Marianne always kept the faith on this. She was sure we could do it. Her health was, however, quite fragile, and eventually, almost 4 years ago, she died. And that left me with a very big question on whether this great sprawling place should be still occupied. Now it would be just by a man and his dog. It's a pretty big dog. So I decided to keep the Grange. After Marianne died, I had sort of adjusted, as one must, to continuing life in the Grange, surrounded so much by the things that were part of her life. But then, after 2 years, the whole thing was consumed in fire. That was another awful trauma to be faced, and coming to grips with new life again. It seemed that all the collections were lost, all the early books and maps and prints and all the rest of it. And it was a pleasant surprise to find some things, perhaps scarred, sometimes broken, but still surviving enough to preserve the memory of them. On the morning of July 1st, 1992, just a couple of months after it had burned down, many of my friends decided to replace the medal of the Order of Canada, which of course had been lost in the fire. I think everyone feeling without saying it, it would be one of the most moving July 1sts we've known. It was a knife-edge decision, but eventually the family and I decided we'd restore the Grange.
Scott Stevenson is Bob's partner in the two papers.
Hey! How's it going?
How you doing?
Good.
And one of his closest friends.
We got some work to do?
You? Gonna work? Great.
I see you've cleaned up your bench.
Scott and I happened to meet at the Aylmer Bulletin. Very quickly became good friends. Though we always had at the back of our minds this community paper someday, and that the opportunity for buying the two community papers came much more quickly than we expected. Within 2 or 3 months of the time we formed the partnership in 1991. We both have a great sort of feeling for the outdoors, the wilderness. We like going on canoeing trips, camping trips, and we go fishing together. Hard manual work, cutting down trees. It was a kind of funny combination, both in a partnership, maybe in a friendship. Youthful energy and wise experience. And then as Scott added, Bob has the youthful energy, I have the wise experience.
It's hard work. but it's good work. We get out in the cold and in the summer and so on. In Aylmer, I get dominated by the office, and even when I come out with Bob and we're trying to have a business meeting or so on, or trying to have personal time together, I tend to want to talk about work and so on. So getting out and doing work like this is a great escape. I think it keeps both of us young.
The sap is running and spring is near as Bob prepares for the opening of his cabana sucre.
It's a sort of meeting place, and it's a place where diverse people come and meet one another, exchange ideas and feelings, that kind of thing. There are just not many kinds of places like this. We'll just continue with the experiment as long as there are human voices within the walls of the green. We've certainly achieved our dreams in some respect, in the contents of the paper, the writing. It's been a great experience, and we certainly don't ever regret the experiment, the challenge.
Was already broadcast, as well as...
We sometimes ask one another if we had it all to do over again, would we? And the answer is a loud, immediate, resounding yes.
Arrested. How we should handle covering those stories.
The question that really sends my blood pressure up is when people refer to my retirement, assuming it was sometime in the past or it's coming in the future. I don't see retirement. It's not quite in my character. So the future, we're going to stick in this business wherever we are. It's not something we ever want to leave.
Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. And now, okay, I'll just minimize this. Great, we got a great turnout. Excellent, awesome. Okay, so let's just take about a 10-15 minute break, and then I'll be back to show Prodigy Math and English. Okay. Okay, rest in peace, Bob. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to share screen of Prodigy English here. Okay. Prodigy English will start off with first. And again, if there are any teachers that are watching, I'll share my link of Prodigy where you can get it for free. I'm just going to do a shout out there. Okay. And copy link. Okay, so this is Prodigy. This is for Prodigy. Okay, so that's the link for that. And if you'd like to get it for free, and okay, so we'll go to Prodigy here, view as a student. It's a very cool game that's Canadian made as well. The company is based in Oakville in Ontario. Okay, so hopefully it won't take too long to load. Good, that's a good sign. When you hear the music, you know it won't take long. Okay, great. So this is where I'd left off before. So there's plenty to do around the village that will earn gold coins. Okay, if you fix up that old market stall, you can earn gold coins by doing jobs for people. Okay, head up the road here to find more materials. Okay. Repair the clothing store to change up your style. She may have to remind me. Okay. You can visit more shops in the city to get there. Just head back to the dock. Oh, interesting. Okay, good luck. Okay, let's hope my memory helps me here. Okay, she says something, I think about this road. That road there. Okay. Wasn't I supposed to go to the road? Wasn't that the road? Seems to be saying over here. Okay. Loading game. Oh, there was just a technical issue. Okay, all right. Okay, so what did I have to do again? Now I forgot. Oh. Nice, excellent. Always good to stop and get the flowers. Am I there? I just see forest. What did she say I was supposed to do? Can I chop this down? Okay, what does this do? Oh, okay. Okay, you don't have enough energy. Okay, so we found, okay, identify the preposition in the sentence below. We found the kitchen curled up under the bed. The preposition, let me be reminded. A preposition is a word that shows direction, location, or time, or that introduces an object. Okay. All right. So we found the kitten curled up under the basket. Under. Okay, good. Next question. The preposition. Omar liked the modern art at the museum. At. Okay. Okay. Evan located the correct switch above the radio. Above. Okay. The man in the greenhouse has 10 cats. In. Okay. Farah found his pencil under his desk. Under his desk. Okay. Ariel baked 3 pies before the party. It says before. Oh, before the play. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Angel and Mira both had solos in the upcoming production. In the upcoming production. Okay. Interjection. An interjection is a word or short phrase used to show emotions. Wow, oh no, hooray, ouch. Okay. I may not be the best, but hey, at least I'm having fun. Hey. As I was crossing the street, I heard, hey, watch where you're walking from a passing car. Hey. Yes, I do want another slice of quiche. Yes. The teacher glanced over and said, blank, no talking during presentations. Shush. Okay. Blank, I think those sprouts are too slimy to eat. Yuck. Blank, I didn't know that you were coming to this event. Sorry. Okay, they baked 40 pies and blank, they were delicious. And yum. Okay, Jocelyn wrote her history paper. Oh, okay, what? Okay, determine if the bolded word is a coordinating conjunction, preposition, or an interjection. Okay, so Jocelyn wrote her history paper and I checked it for errors. So that would be a coordinating conjunction. Okay, all right. Arjun's family tried to do at least 3 memory-making activities during the summer, but sometimes they did more. Preposition. Okay, inside the gymnasium, the principal spoke to the school for their fundraiser had been a huge success. I'm going to say coordinating conjunction. Okay. All right. Shay assumed that her lost notebook would be in the car, but she found it among the shoes in the hall closet. Preposition. Okay. Hey. Interjection. Okay. So. Coordinating conjunction. Yuck. Interjection. How had blank perfect tense verb. A perfect tense verb is a verb preceded by a form of the word have and is in the past tense. Okay, how had blank his stereo to his brother? Sold. Okay, although the race had been close, Ahmed had blank that he had won. Proven. Okay, Gian had not blank a bicycle in many years. Rode. Oh, my bad. Okay, so let's keep chopping. I got energy. By the way, you should dig up your stumps. Okay, all right. Okay, so, okay, let's see. I'll go here. I'll go here. What else do I need to do here? Okay, some flowers. Okay, what about that acorn? Should pick up that acorn. Just lying there. Okay. Okay, let's see what else I can clean up. Maybe even that stone. Can I pick up the stone? Okay, I'm gonna try from the other side. Okay. Alright. Anything else? Okay. Maybe they consider these weeds. I don't know. Nope, everything's fine. Okay. See if I can chop down this tree if that's possible. Okay, let's take another look around. Oh, okay. 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 Okay, the flowers are fine. I gotta fix this up. Okay. Okay, gotta fix all that mess up. Okay. Okay. Okay, over here. Okay, over here. Over here. Maybe I need to do it from the other side. Okay, over here. Oh. You need a level 2 pickaxe to hit this rock. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's try from the other side. Okay. Try picking this up. Okay. Okay. Try picking this up. Maybe I need to do it from the other side. Okay. Okay. See what I can. Okay. Okay. Let's try this one. Okay. Can't do that one yet. Let's try this. Okay. Anything else that needs to be cleaned up? Okay. Okay. Maybe I have to be on the other side of it. Okay, Jan had not blank a bicycle in many years, ridden. Okay. Lynn has blank her bag on the stage at school, left. Okay, Ramsey has blank elegantly into the pool, flopped. Okay, the dog has blanked the sandcastles that the kids made, destroyed. Okay, Avi's cats will have blank 12 kittens by the end of the month. Will have had. Okay, adventurers blank always dreamed of reaching the tallest mountaintops in the furthest valleys, present tense. Adventurers have. Next question. By this time next week, Sue and helping verb. Okay, now let me make sure I'm just reminded. A helping verb is also known as an auxiliary verb. These verbs are used with a main verb to help express the main verb's tense. Okay, so by this time next week, Sue and Anissa blank read the next 2 books in the series. Will have. Okay, in 2 months' time, Omar and Kayla blank completed the artwork for their next comic book. In 2 months' time, will have, future tense. Okay. All right, Ryo blank documented every case of his sister losing her backpack so he can use the data for, data is how Canadians say it, that is how Americans say it, for a project, present tense. Ryo will have. Yeah, I thought that was wrong. Okay, back again. need a level 2 axe to chop this tree. Okay, let's see what else can be done. That's interesting. What's up? How much do you like playing this game? I really like it. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. I seem to need to go back to answering these questions. Ryo blank documented every case of his sister losing her backpack so he can use the data for a project. Present tense. Has. Okay, we blank, look closely at the map, but apparently we had chosen the wrong route. Past tense. Had. I blank, helping verb. I blank often wondered how people can draw such realistic work. Present tense. I have. Okay, Thoy says that their dad blank driven for 2 weeks by the time he arrives home. Future tense. Will have. Okay, could Tessa bring her dog when she comes over this weekend? Okay, modal verb. Modal verbs are verbs used to show ideas such as permission, necessity, ability, and possibility. They are usually used with other verbs and sentences. Examples: can, must, may, could, might, should, will, and would. Okay, so could Tessa bring her dog when she comes over this weekend? A request. Okay, modal verb. Okay, over mixing batter can cause the cake to be flat and dense. Ability. Okay, if we leave now, we should arrive 15 minutes before the start of the play. Expectation. Okay, Pearson should work on their writing skills because their stories are a little bland. Advice. While going to feed the sheep, Tenzin must have left the gate open because half of the ooze got out. Near certainty. Argus will compete in the poetry slam next week. Future action. Okay, we would go to the Crater Lake this spring if there wasn't so much snow. A condition. Okay, tense. Tense refers to the form of a verb that suggests specific time distinctions, such as the past, the present, or the future. Okay, Masaki's brother is pitching in this baseball game. Present tense. How much do you like answering English questions in Prodigy? I really like it. Thank you. Okay, the classes have gathered in the auditorium and are ready for the presentation. Present tense. Okay, the planets in the solar system have been orbiting the sun for billions of years. Past tense. Oh, my bad. I kind of wondered about that one. I wondered about that. Okay, I gotta go back up here because there was a lot of work that I had to do that wasn't done. Okay, so let's start from the top here. Okay, the planets in the solar system have been orbiting the sun for billions of years. Have been. Okay, present tense. Okay, so which sentence is in the tense listed below, present tense? Alex won't be going with us on our next camping trip. We have been coming here for years, and the ticket agents know us by name. Pearson noticed the sparse vegetation as he walked through the field. Okay, this is past tense. We have been, and the ticket agents know us by name. Alex won't be going with us on our next camping trip. Okay, the comet will have been visible in the sky throughout the entire festival. Future tense. Okay, Adam and Kincaid had both signed up for independent studies so they could work on homework together. Past tense. Okay, past tense. Aaliyah has fostered 13 kittens that have needed bottle feeding. Oh, my bad. Okay. At least I got a bit more energy. I'm gonna go back. Okay. Alright. Hazel will have been writing. Must be this. Okay, the kids stare as the ball sailed over the fences and hits the ground. Correct the tense of the bolded verb so that it matches the rest of the sentence. So the kids stare as the ball sailed over the fences and hits the ground far outside of the field. The kids stare as the ball sails. Alston and Felicity were decorating the living room because the party would be starting. Okay, the northern slope of the hill was covered in snow, so we went sledding. Cara drank her tea slowly, and she thinks about and thought. The adventurers have traversed many miles, and they have journeyed through many dangers. I had thought that the creature was only in myths, so I was surprised when I saw it at the aquarium. Stella's aunt will have been working on the quilt for months by the time she is finished. We are blank progressive tense. Okay, the progressive tense is characterized by having a form of be, such as am, are, is, followed by a verb ending in ing. Okay, we are blank a new mural for the front wall of the school. Creating. Anna will be blank this class next year, for she did not turn in her assignments. Repeating. Kobe would be blank the Student of the Month award for their excellent work in their classes. Will be receiving. Azel was always blank tasks that required detailed work, but they were fantastic at feats of strength. Was progressive tense, okay. Azel was always bungling. Yi and Adeline will be blank the audio book that our class is producing together, narrating. That school will be blank, students to wear a uniform at least 1 day per week next year, requiring. Okay, progressive tense. The teams will be blank, whether students should be able to leave the campus during lunch to go to the cafe across the street. Debating. Okay, select the one verb that doesn't match the tense of the rest of the sentence below. You can also listen to it.
Select the one verb that doesn't match the tense of the rest of the sentence below.
Okay.
Stella's and worked on the quilt 4 months before she finishing it. Select the one verb that doesn't match the tense of the rest of the sentence below. Ram, catch the ball with only seconds left in the. Select the one verb that doesn't match the tense of the rest of the sentence below. Sanjay will help his brother put on his jacket before school this week, and he will tie his shoes before he leaves. Select the one verb that doesn't match the tense of the sentences below. Arav had a fun time on his vacation, but he missing his dog. He. Select the one verb that doesn't match the tense of the sentences below. Enrique felt unhappy with the decision that was made yesterday. He escalate the problem to. Select the one verb that doesn't match the tense of the sentences below. Shota and her friend purchased a fish together last year. They alternating the weeks that they took. Select the one verb that doesn't match the tense of the sentences below. Gurmeet was so excited when she completed the entire race. The time it took did not matter to her because she accomplished her goal of.
Okay, select the best pair of correlative conjunctions. Correlative conjunctions are pairs of conjunctions that work together. Example, either or, neither nor, not only but also. Okay, so the evidence indicated that blank birds, blank small animals had eaten the starts of all the plants. The evidence indicated that either birds or, okay, there are blank many math classes available, blank there are science classes. There are as many math classes available as there are science classes. Okay, there were approximately blank nonfiction books, blank there are fiction books at the library. There were approximately as many. Okay, Alejandro had blank decided to stay home, blank a friend called to invite him to see a movie. Had stay home when, scarcely and when. Okay, the Greek hero Odysseus could blank sail close to the monster Scylla, blank the monster Charybdis. Okay, the Greek hero Odysseus, I'm bad with pronouncing Greek. The Greek hero Odysseus could either sail close to the monster Scylla, or I'll try that. Okay. By the time we got to the store, we had still not decided blank we wanted to get things for pizza, blank to get burgers. Whether or. Okay, the industrious toddler built blank a tower out of blocks, blank a sandcastle in the sandbox. Both. Okay, which is capitalized correctly? Titles should always be capitalized. Smaller words such as the of and it and is are left in lowercase unless they are at the beginning of the title. Okay, so a song named Fly to the Safety of My Arms. Yeah, because that has a capital for everything. Not quite correct. Okay, now which title is formatted correctly? Okay, the titles of shorter works, such as news articles, titles of songs, poems, and individual chapters of books, are punctuated with quotation marks before the beginning and after the end of the title. Titles should always be capitalized. Smaller words such as the, of, and it, and is are left in lowercase unless they are at the beginning of the title. Okay. An article called Several Signs Fall on Street. An article called Several Signs, it would be that. Okay, which title is capitalized correctly? It would be this. Okay, so which title is formatted correctly? Okay, all right. It would be that. Okay. It would be this. Okay. It would be this. Okay. It would be this. Okay, the cat. Okay, this homophone. Homophones are words that sound the same but have different meanings and different spellings. The cat would occasionally stop to lick blank paws after stepping in any amount of water. It's. Okay, the shelf let out blank as more heavy things were placed upon it. Grown. Okay, Marisha only wanted one blank of pie for her dessert. Peace. My brother made a very tasty chocolate blank to share with the family. Moose. Okay, the friends blank on the dandelion seeds and made wishes as they did so. Blue. Okay, there were blank trees at the summit of the hill. 4. Okay, a blank guitar is different from a regular guitar in that it only has 4 strings instead of 6. Bass. Okay, we couldn't tell blank art was on the wall because it wasn't labeled. Whose? Climate change has had a huge blank on our planet. Effect. Okay, my friend Timur is blank, so he uses sign language to communicate. Deaf. We aren't blank to go to the park until we finished our homework and our chores. Allowed. It was blank beautiful, though it was also very cold. Quite. The students always made sure to blank their hands when they had a question during class. Raise. How blank people are, okay, correctly complete. Okay. How blank people are blank to be in the establishment of this special. How many? Okay. Now select the word that you would find between the following guide words. Guide words are the words at the top of the dictionary that show the first and last words on the page. Every other word on the page will be in between these words in alphabetical order. Okay, that would be this one. Okay, that would be this one. That would be this one. That would be this one. Okay, let's take a break. Let's take a break. I've been at this for a while, and I can use a break. Awesome. This is awesome. Okay, all right. So let's take a 15-minute break. I could use a 15-minute break and maybe get a snack or something like that. I know it's late, but I try to exercise every day. Okay, so I'll be back in 15 minutes. thanks for all of you still being here. I really appreciate that. By the way, okay, the music started, didn't stop. I'm just gonna show you something here. I do offer classes. I'm actually a teacher with Lingoda, and Airbnb, and I'll just highlight those things here. I'll go Airbnb first. Okay, so I offer a world literary nonfiction in Toronto class. If you're ever in Toronto, video editing around the world from Toronto. This is an online actually class. World Powerful English lesson in Toronto. This is an in-person class. And self-publishing around the world from Toronto if you're interested in publishing a book. And I'll put this in the Twitch chat. Okay, so this is with Airbnb. Okay. And then also, I'm also a teacher on Lingoda. And Lingoda is a good school. I'm an English teacher on Lingoda. Okay, and I'm also an affiliate. That link I gave for Airbnb is just a direct link in, like, you know, I get my money if you sign up. And this is Lingoda. I'm an affiliate with Lingoda, so I will get points for that. And then plus, hopefully you'll end up in a class with me. There are a lot of teachers with Lingoda, so hopefully you just will. And a lot of classes to choose from. You can select the teacher you want. And Super Prof I'm also on as well. Okay, I teach Spanish, I teach Italian, I teach English, and I teach French on Super Prof. Okay, so this is for Super Prof. And that's all online. Okay, based in Canada, but I think that if you're anywhere in the world, you can do it. And then I have my own classes you can do with me directly. And I'll just provide the link, and you can look through that at your leisure. Okay. Donna Magazine classes. Okay. And English is one of them, plus grammar and reading comprehension and these kinds of things if these are skills that you need. And, okay. And now we'll go back to Prodigy. Okay. I'm ready to play the game again, but I'll answer this last question and then go and play the game. Actually, how are we on time here? Okay, wow. Okay, not quite 2 hours. Okay, all right. Okay. So, regime relate. That would be this one. Okay, back to game. Great. Okay. Okay, so this is a big job. Do a little bit of work there for that. I can actually close this out because I can come back to the game, and we'll take a real kind of break here, and let's see if I have any more movies. Okay, long movies. Yeah, Frankenstein, man. It's a public domain work. I think that one's long. It's only 14 minutes. There was something I tried to upload that was too long. Okay, that's 10 minutes. There's something I tried to upload that I did with my video editing software, and what was that? It was a public domain work. Is it Gulliver's Travels? 16 minutes. 16 minutes. Frankenstein, how long is that? 14 minutes. Dracula, how long is that? 5 minutes. What else is a public domain work? Public domain work. I didn't choose too many of them. I have Count of Monte Cristo in 3 parts. I love that book, man. I just love it. When I was in high school reading that book, oh my goodness, that just caught my attention. The Wizard of Oz, how long is that? 9 minutes. Okay, let me do these public domain works one in order here. A Christmas Carol. Okay, that's only 5 minutes, but I'll put that into just saving space here. Okay. And import. Okay, we'll start with the Christmas Carol. Okay. Bring it down to, okay, this is 5 minutes aspect ratio, right? Because I did it as a short. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Okay, just make sure I am sharing that screen. Okay, edit screen. Okay, share screen. And change. And bring it to Power Director here. Okay. All right. So save. Okay, and I'll play it on to send here. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Okay, so now we're going to go with another one here. I'm just going to remove this. Okay. To check that I still have everybody with me. Great, that's awesome. Okay, so now let's go with the next selection here. Import it. And it's going to focus on public domain. So the next one up is Dracula. Okay.
Blood is on me. Your 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 blood. Blood is on me. Your 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 blood is on me. dance on me. Your 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 dance.
Okay. All right. So, okay. Good. We still have people here. Okay. I'll just import the next public domain work. Okay. So this one is Frankenstein. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we'll get the next one queued up and take a break. Okay, so that was Frankenstein. And this one is Great Expectations. Okay, there is not enough free disk space. Uh-oh. To create the shadow file, free up some disk space. Okay, this is why I was deleting things. Okay. Alright, importing media. Okay. So I'm going to delete all these things. Okay. You can't do them in groups. You got to do them one by one. Okay, almost done. Okay, the next one up is Great Expectations. Go back to media content. Okay, queue it up. Okay, the aspect ratio had to be fixed on that again. Let's double check and make sure everybody's still here. Awesome. Okay, so let's just take another 15-minute break. I could really use it. And since it's very late where I am, it's about 12:46 a.m. So I just need to take a break, and we'll be back in 15 minutes. thanks everyone for still being here. Okay. And, okay, so now we'll do Great Expectations. Okay. All right. So we'll just set up the next one and I'll double check everybody's still here. Okay. Wonderful. Awesome. Okay. And I'll import a new one here. And I'm going to do this one as a treat. Okay. So double check everybody's here. Good. Okay. So now I'll just take some time to mention actually that those public domain films, videos that I made, humbly speaking. Okay, now Pictoria AI actually is how I made them. And I'll get into more Pictoria AI live streaming in other broadcasts. And okay, I'm just going to let you know that you can do it too if you want to, if you're interested in this kind of thing. Pictoria AI. I am an affiliate member. It is very, very good software. I do recommend it. All you have to do if you're doing script to text, they also have an affiliate program if you're into affiliate marketing and you would like to make some money too. You'd be helping me out by doing it through my link and becoming an affiliate with Pictoria if you're looking to make that kind of money. And plus, they also have the software that you can purchase, okay? And you'd be helping me out by purchasing the software if you're interested through this link I'm sending, okay? And you can do those kind of videos if you'd like to. So, okay, enough with the ads. By the way, I'll also mention that Give Me a Hug one was done by Magisto. And I'm not a affiliate with Magisto, but Magisto is really good as well. Okay, so I'm going to recommend that too. And I sent the Prodigy link already. So, okay, let's get back to these public domain. There's not too many of them. There's not like tons and tons. It's not like we're going to be here forever and a day. Okay, all right. So, we did Great Expectations. Okay, this one's Gulliver's Travels. And trust me, for some reason, in alphabetical order, it's the scary stuff that came first. It's not really frightening. I'm sure that some of you have seen worse. But it's definitely, I don't drink, and it was still sobering for me. Okay, all right, so let me play this. This is Gulliver's Travels. Excuse me. Okay, thanks for being here. Okay, so what we'll do is go with another one here. Can't remember offhand how many of them there are, but that may have even been the last one, Gulliver's Travels. Just going through this here. Okay. Do some of these on a different... Oh, the Count of Monte Cristo. Okay, this may be... Are there any others? Yep, this is the last one, but I have it in 3 parts, okay, because it was a little long. Okay, so the first one is 10 minutes. The second one is 10 minutes. And then the third one is 14 minutes. Because with Pictory AI, with the plan I pay for, you can only do a maximum of 15 minutes. So that's why I had to do it in 3 parts. Okay, so here's part 1. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that's the end of part 1. And, okay, just do part 2 here. Okay. Okay, this is part 2. Okay, just double check and make sure we still have everybody with us. Awesome. Okay, I think it's ready. Okay, so that's part two of the Count of Monte Cristo, and just gonna find it here in the media library. I don't see it there. Is it there? Ah, there it is. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So, okay, thanks for being here, and we'll just take a break. I'll get the third part queued. Okay, and we'll take take a 15-minute break again. Let's get the third part queued and ready to go. All right. Oh, it's saying there's not enough disk space. Okay, all right. Good thing I did this now. Okay. Not enough disk space. Okay, I gotta clear the music. I can download it again. It's not a problem. Thanks for hanging in here. Just give me a moment. Won't take too long. I have a lot of music I've used for videos. I think this is actually my first time deleting the music, so it all goes in alphabetical order, so I'm getting there. There's not like too much. And I might as well clear it so that this issue won't come up again. I did think about clearing it before actually, but I didn't think the disk would fill up so fast. So that is the thing about Power Director, which I'll show again in another live stream, because there's a lot more to it, especially with the special effects and transitions. There's a lot of transitions that, I mean, it has pretty much the option of almost 500 transitions, and each with side effects. So not sorry, side effects, special effects. So I will show that again, and I can start fresh with the music this way. But that is the thing about Cyberlink Power Director, is that just like with most of these software programs that aren't online, your disk will fill up. And even with the online ones, a lot of them are good though. Like, they just let you know that, like, you know, we keep it for a certain period of time and then we clear it out, to not archive everything, right? To kind of sort of make the online site end up sluggish. And I know Twitch does that as well too. It's a very good thing to do, because you don't want to have a site with too much data on it. It just will slow the site down. I know that even from my own site.